Hey everyone, Connie from the Painted Photographer. I'm back. I have a thrift haul for you today. This tote has been getting too full and I have all the items listed on my website and I'm going to share them with you here today. So if you'd like any of these items, just head on over to thepaintedphotographer.com and check the thrift haul. It'll be listed in the description below if you want to find it that way. A little bit of paint on my sleeve. Matches my shirt. Sweet. Anyway, I have this huge thrift haul. I got some really good items and I got a lot of bunnies and birds. They need to get on out of here. It's almost Easter time, so I'm getting you a thrift haul. Here is a copper mug. This is not an old copper mug, but a lot of people like copper mugs. And I'm tempted to keep it myself, but I'm gonna list it out there for you guys. This is a jar filler. You know, like one of those antique jar fillers. Isn't this finish excellent on there? It is I can't remember what it said. It's a Foley, F-O-L-E-Y. It says on there, a Foley. So it can just be displayed like this. Put a flower inside there. This one might not be the right size, but just stick a flower in there or a tiny little terracotta pot with some succulents in them. It'd be super, super cute. So that's on my website. Some of these items I'm going to paint as soon as we're done with this thrift haul. I will paint some of these items, so make sure you stay watching for that. Here is a sweet little finch bird. I think it's a finch, but it has a yellow flower down here. It's very, very cute. It's porcelain. It is made in Taiwan. So you can take a look for that. These two items I got for free. Somebody brought them over and said they didn't want them anymore. It'd be perfect for rice paper or putting a new painting on. So I will show you in the rest of the video how I fix these up. This birdhouse, I got it for 38 cents. It's got some moss up there in the corner. I don't know why. And then it's got a few little flowers on here. I'll take all of that off and we'll redo this birdhouse. It's really grungy dirty. It has a hanger on it. So 39 cents, it was worth every penny. A terracotta pot. I love my terracotta pots. It was 59 cents. I will not have this in my haul on the website. This one is mine. I just wanted to show you that I do find some of these good deals. And then also I found this wire basket that I will have listed on my website, and it was 59 cents. And it is just the cutest darn thing, especially if you wanted to put, let's turn that around, especially if you wanted to put a couple terracotta pots in here. Isn't that sweet? So take a look for that. All right, here's a bunny to start us out. This is a masterpiece porcelain by Homeco, and this was $1.99. I'm giving you a really good steal on these, so check out the website. I already have one listed on my website. It's got, the bunnies are a little bit darker. These are kind of light, so go ahead and check those out. There'll be two available, and they're at a really good price. A woodpecker. This is a blue woodpecker. It is made in Japan. So this one was 98 cents. And my thrift store has some really good deals, guys. I don't know. They just mark things really high or really low. So I try and pass the deals on to you. So here's this blue woodpecker. He has no chips or cracks. He's perfect. A bunny. Look at him, isn't he sweet? He was just, he was one of those ceramics that you buy, the green, and you go ahead and you take the seam off and then you glaze it and you fire it. So he is somebody did a really, really fantastic job with him. He is super cute. He could be painted, but I like him just the way he is. So he is out there and available on the website. You can put a bow around his neck if you want, or you can just leave him as is. This will not be on my website because this would be way too hard to ship, but I had to show you this. I have a girlfriend that does a lot of picking for me, and she had this in her house for a while, and then she decided that she didn't need it anymore, so she gave it to me. I will put this in the, I'm located in the gift shop on Metford's Main Street. So if you're in the area, you want to stop on over there and check out some of these items that are there. They thrive with everything handmade. Everything has to be touched by my hands in order to be sold in that building. So I will repaint this pot. I'll do some kind of different base because you can see the white styrofoam and I don't like that look. And then maybe I'll add something to the stem, maybe some kind of burlap ribbon or something like that. But this is really cute. Sugar. And it has the spoon. So I forget, this has a name on the bottom. Crafton, it was 98 cents. It is a stoneware, dishwasher safe, and it has a small little chip up here on the top. Nothing serious because if you wanted to display it without the words, you could display it that way. There's the chip right there, and then the word sugar is right there. It is a sweet little farmhouse canister, perfect for your kitchen. These bunnies, super adorable. I cleaned them all up. Oh my gosh, they were grody. So you might ask, why do you sell these things if I bought them for 29 cents and 39 cents? Why do you sell them for $6? Went to the store, I bought them, I found them, I brought them home, I cleaned them up, and I shipped them to you. So it does cost a little bit to do this, and I'm here to make the money just as well as everyone else. So I hope that I'm passing on the really good deals to you as well, and I hope that you enjoy these videos. Let me know in the comments below. So these are little cute bunnies. I believe I sold these as a set on my website, so go ahead and check out that listing. These I'm going to make over in the video, but look at all these birdhouses. These are plant picks. I loved them. They're so cute, and they'll be just adorable painted up. This one I did paint up because I had some leftover purpley paint. So I just went ahead and painted it up. I'll do something different on the roof right there, and then I'll give it some other type of a finish. Maybe I'll add something to it. Just follow along in the video and you'll see how I fix these all up. They were like 98 cents a piece, so they were pretty inexpensive and super cute. This basket. I love baskets that are sturdy. This one is not squishy whatsoever. It's very sturdy. And then look at the shape of this basket. It is super cute. It would be really cute with a bunch of lavender or something in there, or even my clay pot would fit right in there and then have a plant in there. Super, super cute. Here is a squirrel. Squirrels are supposed to be hot. It has a lot of dust in it. This one I didn't clean off yet. Want me to show you how I do that? Stay right there. How I clean the dust off of some of the figurines is a paintbrush. And you're just gonna go in and clean off, especially a soft paintbrush. You're gonna clean out all those little nooks and crannies from all of that dust that obviously somebody who had this displayed in their home did not take a paintbrush and dust this. So you're going to just dust them away and get all that dirt off of them. Sometimes you have to give them a scrubbing. So sometimes just, and you know what? You don't want to use soap and water. You just want to make sure you use water at first, because sometimes you will take the paint off of figurines like this. So that is how I do that. This squirrel is a masterpiece porcelain from Homco, 1986. And he was 99 cents. Isn't he cute? He is adorable. All right, this tulip vase, I couldn't resist. It is just so delicate. It's the size of my hand. It's very delicate. It has no markings on it, and you can put a flower in there. Wouldn't this just be really cute in the springtime when you are bringing your tulips in the house and I love to display a single flower, and this would make the perfect single flower vase. Coasters. These coasters, they're all the same thing. They have a protective in there, a protected piece of paper in there. And then they also have a card, American Expedition, in the plastic yet. I didn't even open it up. I don't know what it is, but it's folded, so it does have some information in there. So this is right stuck down on the bottom. So this is a coaster set. You can use them. They will be perfectly fine, but isn't this cute? And then I thought it fit. I have these baskets. I do like baskets. This one happens to have holes for the handle. Oh, so does this one right there. So these baskets are super cute. I have a couple of pieces of paper in there, but they're really, really cute, and they'll be available on my website. Here is a vase, and this is from Hallmark, and it's Nature's Sketchbook. I just happened to put some hydrangeas in there, and look at how cute that is. It's got a garden shovel. It has a few flowers and a bumblebee up there. This is really cute. Hopefully you can keep seeing me. I'll move that in a minute. Here is a bird that's gonna fly away. He's a little resin bird. He's super, super cute. This bunny, he is a live edge bunny, but he's purple on the back. I'm not really crazy about the purple, so we're gonna paint this in the video. So follow along and see how he gets fixed up. I think you're really gonna like him a different color. He's listed on my website, but he will be painted. And here's a bunny salt shaker. Look at this bunny salt shaker. He was 67 cents. Is he not the most adorable thing ever? There was no second one though, no misses. Here is a light switch cover, and it is also from Hallmark. It's the Marjolaine Bastien, and it has two little birds on it. Super, super cute for a little bit of light switch cover. These jars, the girl who does some picking for me, she found these jars, and I told her, these are mine. I'm keeping them. And I think I paid, I don't remember what I paid her for it. She's gonna remember, but I don't. I think they were $1.25 each, but one is allspice and one is nutmeg. And I'm gonna put these on my stove because they are adorable. That is that vintage look that I love to see. If you like them, let me know in the comments. I might have to get rid of them. Here is a little creamer dish. This is old. This is made in Germany, and it has a hydrangea on both sides. It is the perfect cream and blue with a gold trim and then a cute little handle. This is adorable. A white basket, sturdy basket. It makes a really, really good place to put some flowers for spring, even a little Easter basket, whatever you want to put in there. This is listed on the website as well. Hopefully you're liking this kind of a thrift haul video. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Here is a bird with a scarf and earmuffs. He has a tea light over here, or you can put a little plant over there. That would be super cute. It was 99 cents. He's just a little resin bird, so he's pretty cheap on my website. Go check him out, along with all these other ones. I sold these individually, and they're really inexpensive, so go and check them out. I have a little chickadee, a robin, and a finch. 3 little birds. They're really, really cute, but they're just little resin ones, but they really make a home decor. They'd make your little vignette super springy. I do have a blue jay. He's a little bit bigger than these guys, and he is also a little resin bird. I have another little resin bird. He's all glittery and sparkly and I don't really like his color. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint him and I will show you in the video how I do that. Then I found this little spindle here and it had a wire and a little bird on the top. We're gonna paint this as well. A flower frog. Does anybody know what a flower frog is? My mother used to have these and I do have a couple of hers. So when I seen this one, I think it was like 98 cents or something like that. When I seen it in the thrift store, I had to absolutely have it. If you'd like it, it is listed on my website. Otherwise, I am perfectly fine keeping this in my stash. I do have this metal tote that I got at the thrift store. This I am going to paint. It is not listed on my website. This will also go to the gift shop on Medford's Main Street, and it will house like floral or paintings or something like that. A little hobo clown. Isn't he the sweetest? I seen him on the shelf at the thrift store and I knew I needed to have him. He is a Tilso and he was made in Japan. He does have a little chip on his hat right here, but when his hair is fluffed up, it goes right over the chip and you never ever see that. So he's listed on my website. He's so cute. I always find the Homeco bunnies. I have never seen puppies. So there are the two Homeco puppies. These are sold as a set and they are from Homeco and number 1427. Here's a little fairy angel and she sits on a shelf. She's cute just the way she is. She's holding a bird. She's cute just the way she is, but I do like to paint these up and make them look like concrete. So I will do that on my video so you can watch how I do that. I have a few of them already. I found these glass lampshades and thought they were really cute. They're probably not lampshades. It's raining out, so actually it's kind of hailing. So if you hear that noise, that's what that is. So there were two of them. They do have a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom. You can take a lamb's ear. This is just from Walmart. Woo, we're gonna blow away. And just bend it over down here on the bottom. And it'll make this super cute vase. These are listed on my website and I'm selling the set of them. Okay, we got Avon bunny galore. Here is the Avon bunny and I have a vase and it has Avon on the bottom. So there's a vase. These are listed separately. There is the candle holders, or they'd make a really cute egg holder. For Easter. Aren't they cute? A trinket dish, a coffee mug, 2 bells. These, I've found these before. This is probably like 3 and 4. I've sold 2 of them already, but I did find these, and somebody must have been getting rid of Grandma's set, because those are a lot of Avon bunnies. This little watering can was made in Taiwan and it has roses on the sides of it. And it is a little vase. You can put some flowers in there. It has a little made in Taiwan sticker on the bottom. This one is really cute. I think this is adorable. Here is a magnolia creamer dish. I love magnolia flowers, and those were super, super cute. So I picked that up. I had a little tiny bunny with a purple egg. She is super, super tiny. She's like the size of my finger. And then another super tiny bird. And he is a plastic bird, but he looks like a crystal bird. He does have a lot of shimmer to him. You can see him shimmering like that. So if you put him in your window, he'd really make that light sparkle. This is a Lefton watering can with some floral. Unfortunately, I did not see that he has some of his flower petals are broken off on the design. It is noticeable once you point that out, but it still is really, really cute. I got it marked cheap, just in case you like that look and you don't care about those little flowers. Okay, so this bunny, he might have to stay with me. He is really, really shiny ceramic, and he is holding a carrot. He's just white and holding an orange carrot. So stinking cute. But I do have him listed on my website in case you're interested. This bunny right here is a planter. You can put a plant right in him and put him on your patio. He can sit there all summer long. He does not have to be just brought out for Easter. He is a nice little garden art, and actually putting a succulent in here would be really cute. So if you don't buy him, that's probably where he's gonna be, is in my garden on my patio. This little jar with glass jar with a glass lid, it does have a wire hook on it, and it does have the lid. It does clamp very easy, and you could put some sweet little treats in there. This little girl holding some baby chickens. She's got a blue and white dress on with a little blue hat. She was super adorable. She was, I don't know where she was made from, but she does have a little bit of a tag on it. And then this little boy he has a garden shovel in his hand and then a tulip in this hand. He was super cute with those yellow shorts on. Isn't he adorable? And one more item, I have a blue parrot. So if you like birds, he would make a really super cute vignette for spring and summer with this blue parrot. So that's my thrift haul. I'm gonna fix up those items I told you I was gonna paint, and I'm gonna put them in this video. And I hope you'll leave a comment, follow along. I'll take you to the end where I'm gonna show you all of these items just staged up just a little bit. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the end. Here is that birdhouse that needed an update. I quickly went in and used my white DIY paint and covered up that front of the birdhouse so that I could use some decoupage paper to put on it. Whenever you use decoupage paper, you always want to make sure you have a white surface for a clearer design. You can see the fold mark in there. I purposely did an area with a fold mark so you can see that it just kind of disappears when you use the decoupage papers. So when you get this paper, it will be folded, but don't worry, it will just come right out of there. So I creased the edges to where I needed to cut. And so then I just cut the shape of the birdhouse out of this decoupage paper with a small scissors. And I had the same shape on the front so that I didn't have to trim that top part off with sanding paper afterwards. So I left this edges long. I'm now using the DIY Liquids Patina, and that is a good decoupage medium. It's one of my favorites that I use. And here is a method that Royce had taught me, is you take a piece of plastic wrap, and this is an IOD item was on here, and you go ahead and you spray it with water. Well, this one didn't work as well because of that roof line. So I just actually got the paper to be a little bit more pliable. You got to be careful not to tear it. So it stretches a little bit when you get it wet. So you want to be a little bit careful and don't rub it with your fingers. Actually take that plastic wrap and bundle it up and then smooth all those wrinkles out with the plastic wrap, which won't make you tear those edges. After it's thoroughly dry, Go ahead with some sanding paper. This one is a 120 grit sanding paper, and you want to pull down on those edges so that you get a nice clean look. Don't go back and forth. You just want to pull down with your sanding paper so that you cut that paper surface and then you have a nice clean edge on it. I took the sandpaper and I wiped off all of those edges so that it had a nice clean look on the edge of all that birdhouse. And then there was the center hole. Then I used a paintbrush and just pushed in the sides until I got that perfect birdhouse hole in the paper. And I didn't actually have to rip it or anything. It just poked right through really nice. I used the liquid patina to do it as a clear coat over top of the paper. You want to protect that paper. So the liquid patina also works as a clear coat. I wanted the roof line to be a little bit different. This is vintage linen and aviary. So it is a custom mix. And I do like this color. It kind of looks a little bit like apothecary, but I had some leftovers, so I decided to use it on this birdhouse roof. So the paint job that I'm doing, I'm making sure that I'm being fussy on the roof line so that I don't go into the paper at all. And again, that liquid patina is a nice sealer as well, so I sealed in that roof line with the liquid patina, giving it a nice matte finish. And I also painted the back and the sides with white to give it a finished look. You want to make sure that you finish off your projects to make them look like they've been completed. The perch was also painted in this green, and it gave a nice look to it. So I wanted to age the birdhouse a little bit. So I'm giving it a nice protectant of clear wax before I do the dark wax. I do like the clear wax to go on first because it gives it another added layer of protection so that when you go ahead and wipe back the dark wax, it doesn't stick on quite as much as you want it to. Another trick is to hold your project with a piece of paper toweling so that you don't get your fingerprints in that dark wax. And because you get a fingerprint in there, it does take a little bit to get that fingerprint out. So make sure you hold it with a little bit of paper toweling. I stuffed some Spanish moss in that hole, added a little birdie to the perch, and it is a perfect little spring item. Next, I had this live edge bunny, and I did not care for the purple that was on here. So we went ahead with that same paint mixture because, of course, when you're painting multiple items, you got a dirty brush already, so you might as well just use it on other projects, and everything looks real cohesive together with the same color. So I just made sure that I was very careful on that live edge, getting all those edges of the purple covered up. And you can already tell it looks so much better in a more muted, lighter color than what it was before. So because this is a wood piece, I wanted to give it a little bit of age. I couldn't get in there with my brush. This DIY wax is very natural, so you can go ahead and use it with your fingers. It will not hurt you. And I just waxed the entire thing, even the front of it, because the wax is good moisture for that wood. So now I went ahead with a dark wax and went onto those edges with the dark wax and buffed that right off of there. And he looks very aged and much better than the purple. What do you think? Here I have one of those tiny birdhouses. I didn't show you all of them that I painted, but I just used up the colors as I had the brush out. So this one I'm painting that mixture of vintage linen and aviary to give it a fun spring look with the green color. So I just painted them, and these I'm painting with the cottage colors. This was a mixture of those two together that I had used for something else. You can mix your cottage colors together to get a custom color. And this was Americana and vintage mint that I had mixed together. I painted the entire thing for this one, and then when I went ahead and did the roof line, because this is a cottage color, it didn't distress down to that other colors. So I did have to use sandpaper to distress the cottage colors because of it not having because it does have a built-in clear coat. So you have to use a little bit of muscle power to get this paint off. So that birdhouse, it's very aged. And then I went ahead and did the roof line in a dark brown color. And it really, really turned out cute. And especially because you can distress that brown color back, because that is a DIY paint, and it'll go back right down to that green color. So we're gonna use those cottage colors again on this little bird. He was a sparkly little brown bird. He was not very cute. So I went ahead with the cottage colors, which is a really, really good way to do these figurines because it does have a built-in sealer. So you can take the white wax and just go right over the top of your dried cottage colors, and it works perfectly. You don't have to use any clear wax whatsoever, and it will not stick. So I painted him in sections because he's hard to hang on to. So after I was done with the body section and he was dry, then I went ahead and did the tail section. And the coverage was really good on this. I only did one coat. And now you can see I'm gonna go right in with that DIY white wax. I did not seal it. I did not put any clear wax on it. And I wanted it to just have a nice soft look to it. So I grabbed that piece of paper toweling as a tip that I had told you before, and I hang on to his little tail, and I just white wax the entire birdie and then wipe it right off. And it's so cute from where it was before. He would make a nice little spring addition to your vignette. Isn't he cute? So here's this little spindly thing with the bird on the top. And I also used that same cottage color mixture that I had and painted that top bird. And he is, I don't know, I kind of like him, even though he was an item that I was like, oh, this is pretty tiny, but we're gonna invest in him anyway. So I went ahead and used my brown that I had mixed up, and I painted the bottom spindle because I did want to paint that spindle white and distress it back to the brown and have that nice aged look on it. So I just went ahead and painted that spindle in that brown color, and it looks better already. So to keep that brown color from not wiping off when I go ahead and wipe the white off, I am using my liquid patina and going over and giving it a clear coat. Then I went in with my white DIY paint and gave it a solid coverage over the entire spindle area. And then when I distressed it back, it went right back to that brown custom color that I had done, and it gives it a nice age with the correct color popping through the back side. You can age it as much as you want, as little as you want. It just depends. If you like it and you want some more age to it, just keep going. Otherwise, if you don't like it, then you can paint over it. But I think I really like this look. Next is this little angel, this little fairy garden angel that I had found. She had a butterfly in her hand that unfortunately the back two pieces of the butterfly were broken off. So I took my IOD air dry clay and some Type Bond wood glue. You can find these products linked in my description below. And sorry, my head is in the way, but I went and I glued on these back two portions of this butterfly to give the butterfly the completed look. After it thoroughly dried, then I went in with my brown custom mixture. I believe that's weathered wood and a marquee mixed together. I wanted it to just have a little bit of a reddish color, reddish brown color to it. And I painted the entire angel with this brown color. Now this project is one of my favorites, so you'll have to let me know in the comments what is your favorite projects that I did. So I balanced her on her head while I dried her and did the entire outside surface and covered up all of that white. Now here's the fun. You have to try this. You really, really have to try this. This is vintage linen white from DIY, and I watered it down. I watered it down enough to just be like a cream and like a milk. probably like a whole milk. Then I doused the angel with the mister bottle and got her all wet. Then I took this white watered down paint and I just dripped it over the top, and it just runs right down over the entire figurine, and it gets caught in all of those crevices and it sticks in those crevices. So you'll see at the end project that you don't see much of that white sticking out anymore, but I still did it because I can see some of that white. So you can decide what colors to use. So after you do this, you're going to want to let this white completely dry up. And if you get it to where it's not dripping quite as much as you'd like it to, just give it a mist like I did here and it'll drip down. Now I wanted some orange look to it, like it's rusted metal. So I got out my fire starter, which is a great color for a rusted look, and watered that down. Then I used my mister bottle and I just touched and dabbed in little places on this angel to give her a rusted look. So then I was like, oh, the tops of these wings, if she was sitting outside, that's where it would get rusty. So I did the tops of her wings and just added that little pop of color, which I think this is so pretty. And then in that band of flowers on her hair, yep, this is grabbing my heart. What about you? So look at how that just drips down. If it was rusty, that would be the case for how it would do that in your garden. So now I just completely let her dry, but I wasn't done yet. I went in with the DIY Old 57. And, you know, sometimes you get that little, if it's copper, you get that little oxidized pop of turquoise in there. So I added little pops of turquoise onto the fire starter, the orange. And yeah, she's getting better every single time. Look at that little butterfly. I think I did a really good job patching that in with air dry clay. So she cannot sit outside in the rain because that air dry clay will not hold up in the rain. So she will be under a porch and she won't get any water on her. I was going to sell her, but I'm decided that I'm keeping her for myself. So hopefully if you like this project, you can find a little garden angel that needs a little bit of love and maybe a repair on her butterfly or bird, and you can make one yourself because this was really fun. Here's my DIY big top, and you can see that it separates. When it sits, it separates. So you must stir it every single time that you use it. This, I put mine in a special little container so that I don't contaminate the entire big top jar. And I just dip my brush into this little bitty container. So if it does contaminate, at least I didn't contaminate the entire jar of it, only a small amount. So this is my favorite project. Let me know what you think. One last project that I have, there are these 2 plaques that someone had given me for free. I make sure that I take the labels off the back side, and we are going to use decoupage paper on these because they're just nice rectangular blocks that have the hanger on the back side. So I painted them white. Remember, if you're going to use any type of paper, you want to make sure that you paint it white so that the colors from the front side do not show through. This is the bird ephemeral paper. I can't say that word. Anyway, it's from Roycycled, and these 2 little birdies have my heart. So I have to make sure that I figure out where I want to place them. I do like a little bit of the wording on the top, and then this one will look really good on the other one. So there's a little bit of the nest peeking through. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this paper and use this other section here for another project. This is a beautiful paper. If you want this piece of paper, you can go ahead and look at the link in my description, and I will have it linked to where you can find it on my webpage at thepaintedphotographer.com. So again, there's so many uses that you can have with decoupage paper. You can use mixed media. You can do little projects like this. So cutting off some of those little edges like that, if you do use mixed media, those are perfect little edges that you can use later on in your projects. So I make sure that I cut them off so that when I do decoupage this on, they would be ruined. So I want to make sure that I get them off ahead of time. Here's this little paper project, this little saran wrap project that will work for you. So you're going to get your plastic wrap wet, and then you're going to get lay your paper face down onto the plastic wrap, and then smooth out all of the wrinkles. So now you got little handles that you can use when you place it on your board. So we're going to get the liquid patina, and now we're going to turn this over and see we got little handles to place this, and then seal it on, and you won't rip the paper because there's plastic wrap in between. And then I use my IOD brayer to make sure that it's smoothed down as good as it can be. And then I peel it back up. And then I crunch up another piece of plastic wrap, and I go ahead and I smooth it out just one last time. And we'll do that one more time for you. So you get your plastic wrap wet, lay your paper face down. See that folded seam? It just disappears right into your plastic wrap. It does not, you will not see that seam once you use this paper. There's a hole. I have to make sure that I have the hook on the top, because that would be bad, having that hook on the bottom of my paper. And I go ahead and I place that bird exactly where I need it using my handles of my plastic wrap, smoothing it down, using that IOD brayer. I tell you, that is a good trick. If you don't have an IOD brayer, you should really get one, because that really helps with smoothing down your decoupage paper. Oh, you can see a little bit of the corner peeled up. I really don't want to risk ripping that paper, so I use the plastic wrap to smooth that back down. They're completely dried. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull downward with the sandpaper to get a clean edge. So I laid it on top of the other one so that I could show you what I do. Normally I lay it over top of the paper. And so here's the edges. They do have a little bit of white paint on them. I take a baby wipe, and you can get that white paint off your edges with just a baby wipe. It takes a little bit of elbow grease because this has been on here for a few days. It also had some liquid patina that may be spilled over, but you can get those edges cleaned up and make them look really nice. This is liquid patina again that I'm just going over the top and giving it a nice matte finish. And aren't these birdies just cute? These plaques have been updated for some good home decor for the spring. I like to make sure that they're smooth, so I go over with 320 grit sanding block and make sure I get all the bumps down. Now, I do like the look of Big Top on the surface, so I went ahead and used a layer of Big Top and put it over top of the liquid patina, and it gives that paper a nice coverage so that you are protecting it from any type of dirt or dusting damage that might occur. Do you like this project? I think they turned out really cute. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul video with a couple how-to projects. If you want any of these thrifted items, you can check out my website at thepaintedphotographer.com, and I will ship them right to your front door. Any of the paint or products, decoupage paper, anything that you see here, you can shop my website also. I do sell my paint and my IOD products at Medford's Farm Home in Medford, Wisconsin. If you're local, please head on over there and grab yourself some products. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up.